because this makes me nervous. I don't rehearse my cooking videos here. I usually just kind of go. That's what we're doing this morning. We're just going for it. We'll have fun, all right? It is a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite breakfast items. This is going to be potato and egg burritos with chorizo, or burritos de papas con huevos y chorizo. Close enough. And we're going to do this the easy way, all right? This is going to be nice and easy. We're going to do it on a Weber Slate here. We're going to get it nice and hot, and we're just going to go ahead and use some pre-packaged potatoes. Got about 8 eggs here, some diced onion, and 2 kinds of chorizo, and I'm going to explain why I have 2 kinds of chorizo, and some giant tortillas. This is a really great breakfast, and you can eat it in a burrito, in a taco, or just by itself. You can make a little bit for yourself. You can make a large batch for a large group of people. It's really easy to do either way. You don't have to do it outside on your griddle. You can do it inside in your frying pan. Same thing. It also keeps very well too. So if you want to make a bunch, and then it reheats very nicely in the microwave. So it's something you can make at the beginning of the week or whatever if you like to meal prep. So let's do this. First step is to make sure you get your cooking surface nice and hot. The Weber Slate is now showing 131 degrees on the surface. So we're good enough. I'm going to go ahead and throw some oil down here, and we'll get those potatoes on first. So give that oil just a second to get nice and hot. All right, that'll do the trick. And here we go. All right, first thing we want to do is we want to brown these potatoes nicely. I like using the au gratin potatoes because it comes with the peppers and stuff in it, but you can also just dice up regular russet potatoes, and that works really well too. That's what I normally do, but that takes more time.
O'Brien potatoes. You said au gratin.
Oh yeah, these aren't au gratin. What are they?
O'Brien.
O'Brien. That's what I meant to say. So, FYI, just so you know, I'm going to try to relax now because this makes me nervous. But I don't rehearse my cooking videos here. I usually just kind of go, and that's what we're doing this morning. We're just going for it. So, we'll have fun, all right? Okay, so the browning of the potatoes typically takes around 20 minutes. I don't know. I usually don't time it. You just want to cook them until they turn nice and brown. While that's browning, we're going to go ahead and take this chorizo. Now, this is the type of chorizo you get from like a butcher shop. I've also found some in the grocery stores. When it cooks up, it cooks like a regular sausage. It kind of stays in chunks. So we're going to put it on the griddle now and get that cooking along here with the potatoes. And as that starts to split open, we're going to start breaking it apart a little bit. And then when the potatoes are about done too, we're going to add the onion and the other chorizo. I like to spread around the potatoes a little bit because when you got enough space like this, it just makes them cook better, you know, when they're spread out more, a little faster. All right, let's go ahead and add the onions to the mix here. All right, so let's have a look at this sausage and see how it's doing, all right? We're gonna roll this chorizo over. Looking good, getting a little crust going on there. Starting to split up a little bit. We're gonna chop that up in a few more minutes. All right, this other chorizo. This is the regular stuff that you get in the store. And this chorizo, when it cooks, it almost kind of melts. Kind of turns into like almost like an oil. And whereas this chorizo will kind of stay in chunks, like a regular sausage. I like to do both. You can do one or the other. I like the one that kind of liquefies into more of like an oil because it spreads the flavor of the chorizo and the spices and everything that is all throughout the potatoes and the eggs. And whereas this one, it's nice because then you've got that nice meaty bite, you know. So when it's time to add this other chorizo, you can see here, you cut open the package. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this stuff. You know, it kind of comes out more like a paste. You know, there's no casing like the other burrito, like the other chorizo. So what we're gonna do, because we're about there. Potatoes are starting to look nice. Get some browning going on there. Looking real good. So we're gonna go ahead and add this chorizo. Make a little spot right here in the middle. I'll show you what happens. There we go. Come on, I want to get it all. There, okay. We put that in there, and it's going to start to break down as it gets hot. Meanwhile, this guy over here, what happens when these get nice and hot is you just kind of hit them with your spatula, and they start chopping up nicely. Open it up. Do that. Give her a flip. There we go. And break that one up. Back over here, see this stuff's already starting to kind of break down pretty quickly and easily. And then we're going to end up mixing that into the potatoes. If you want to hit it with a little extra salt and pepper, now's a good time. So as it's breaking down, we can just start moving the potatoes into it and start incorporating it all, including the big guy over here. Chop that up a little more. See the difference? This one's staying more chunky. This one's liquefying into a paste. Like I said, you can do one or the other or both like I like to do. It's up to you. All right, we're getting close. Almost time to add the eggs. Don't want to lose it down the hole. It's good stuff. Check that out. That's looking good right there. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now we've got some good chorizo flavor all throughout this mixture. I'm gonna make another hole right here in the middle. And it's time to add the eggs. Don't gotta worry about pre-scrambling them or anything like that. Beat them if you want to, it's all good. I just like to take my spatula and just do this. I'm gonna let those start to solidify just for a couple minutes here. A few seconds, I don't know. And then I go ahead and start working them into the potatoes and chorizo. This is not an exact science. You can adjust the amount of eggs that you use, adjust the amount of potatoes you can use. You can use the onions if you want to. You can adjust the amount of chorizo. Just keep in mind that that chorizo that liquefies, that stuff will be very oily. If you use too much of it, you'll have oil dripping out of your burritos. Check it out. We're about there. See, that right there is what we're looking for. If you like a little extra spicy, you can add a chopped jalapeno in there too. That's nice. I like to put in the jalapeno. If I'm going to do that, I like to put it in around the same time I add that liquefying chorizo. All right. So, if you want, you can eat it just like it is. That looks good. Or you can make some tacos. What I like to do is make some giant burritos. All right. So I'm just going to turn down the heat now over here on that burner. I'm going to move everything over there. Create some space over here. This is the 30-inch Weber Slate. Quite a bit of room. And this is a giant tortilla. I haven't used this brand before. I didn't make these myself. Hopefully they're good. So I like to go ahead and toast both sides of the tortilla. Usually they'll start bubbling up a little bit. And then I'm going to add some chorizo and fold it into a burrito. If you like a little cheese, you can throw some cheese in here too. Looking good there. Careful not to overstuff your burrito. It makes them really hard to wrap. All right, so we're just gonna do that, a little more. Why not? See what we can do. Okay, to fold your burrito, take the ends like that, put them together, and then grab the other end here with your thumb and kind of get it and kind of grab all that stuff over in there and just roll her over. That's simple. Maybe just let her sit there and toast for a minute. You don't have to toast your burrito. It's kind of fun though. I'm gonna throw this one over here to the side, throw down another tortilla. Hey, a little stray potato underneath there. So this thing is really hot. We're showing 400 degrees right now. And these gloves are insulated on the inside. It's a little two-layer thing I got going on here. So don't burn yourself trying to do this, okay? My mom, she could do this with her bare hands. I'm sure a lot of you have some mothers out like that. Getting ahead of myself. There we go. By the way, it was my mother who taught me how to make this. Love you, Mom. All right, again, kind of put everything over there like that. Grab the sides. And get it all in there. There we go. Roll her over, just like Chipotle. Boom. How's this one looking? Got a nice toast going on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Pretty. Huh? That works. That's a bright sun this morning, huh? All right. We're going to go ahead and take this one off. Let that cool off for a minute before we get us a bite. Another tortilla there. See how easy this is? Piece of cake. Meantime, this is keeping nice and warm over there. Looking good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oops, get back in there. Roll her over. Beautiful. 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down now because I'm done making burritos. Oh yeah, nice pretty toast on that one there. Okay. Gonna have to go ahead and try me one of these burritos now, okay? So there it is. Burrito. Can I say it right? Burrito de papas con huevos con... No. Burrito de papas y huevos con chorizo. Burritos de papas y huevos con chorizo. Here we go. I got a little extra. Ooh, let's have a look inside here. Yummy. Bite. Whew. Mm-hmm. That is so good. That is bomb. All right. So, again, potato and egg with chorizo burrito. Fun, easy to do, and delicious. I hope you enjoyed this, and appreciate your comments and questions. If you like this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, share it with your friends, all that. All my videos are kind of like this, you know, a little raw, just me out here doing the thing in the backyard that you would probably be doing too. So, cheers to you. Keep on cooking, my friends. Tony with Tony Tone Barbecue.